Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4 Kaiserreich South Africa. Let's continue on from where we last left off. So, I think I have a basic idea of what our kind of war goal is going to be. Or our plans for the war. One is we're going to have this unit go to this province, cut this South Africa from the rest of Middle Africa. And then this cavalry division is going to make his way up north, capture the port, cut this off from the rest of the territory. Next, this guy is going to go to this province, cut this southern area off. This guy I've already sent down south, and he's going to take the port. This will be cut off, and then our front line is going to be reduced massively because of that. You're too expensive. I really think that's how we're going to want to use the war. At least as of right now, makes the most amount of sense for us. Because we also want to kind of cheese the AI a little bit. Because as long as we don't join the Third Internationale as the in-game faction, the Middle Africa AI does not actually know that we plan on joining the war at all. So there's a chance that Middle Africa is going to send all their troops way up towards the north somewhere and prepare a war there. You joined the Reichspakt. Okay, so it does make the Russian situation a little bit more difficult. But you know, they send all their troops out towards the north. And that goes great. At least that's the plan. And if we can get that to work, we will be looking golden. By the way, how the hell is Egypt not capitulated? Because they haven't taken Cairo yet. Fair enough. Yeah, because now that you're actually in the Reichspakt, which actually doesn't happen very often. Like, you are now you're gonna be an absolutely monstrous faction once you actually get to that point, which is going to be a little bit scary for sure. Can the AI deal with it? I'm gonna lean more towards the no on that one, but we'll see when we get there. So, because we're missing 5,000 rifles, we're trying to also train with these kind of more garbage units. Putting on medium priority for now. You need 1,300 rifles. You each need 900. So we should get about 1/2 of you per one of you. Yeah, that makes sense. So for every 2 regular infantry units that I was training, we should get 3 of the kind of weaker units. Yeah, so you want to probably get rid of the military purge. You, of course, have all joined the Reichspakt. Brazil, I would not be surprised if they joined the Reichspakt as well. So we're going to be definitely having a more difficult campaign than I would like. Let's see, when you are South Africa, you know, your ability to influence the wider world can definitely be a little bit limited. The end of the Austro-Hungarian dualism. So what have you guys gone for then? You've gone for probably military occupation, I guess. We'll see how that plays out in Austria. So what's your plan then? You're sending volunteers to Spain, the United States, and Serbia. Not really too surprising there. Bohemians declare war on the Austrians. Are they all going to declare war on Austria? Vladimir has joined the Brotherhood of Slavs. Oh, so you've all now declared war on the Austrians. This is actually something that really does help us out. Assuming they can actually win the war. Which they might be able to. 5 to 30, 7 to 12. I mean, what do you guys think the odds are? 15 to 61 to 10 to 58. It's about equal. Especially once you call in all of your allies, assuming they do get called in. No, Poland just got annexed by or at least Vladimir just got annexed by the Polish. So that little hope of theirs has kind of died a little bit early. See if Illyria maybe wants to do something here, but I'm not too sure. I mean, can Austria actually even attack you? If not, it still does weaken you somewhat. Not Poland, though. Poland being where Poland is hasn't changed anything. Maybe it'll actually lead to some conflict between the Austrians and the Germans, but I kind of doubt it. And the Ottomans, of course, have now made a absolutely massive state. They will be releasing these countries like, you know, piecemeal, which I think they're doing right now. But it is going to be a bit of a problem. We'll see if Serbia and Romania also maybe have some plans on invading the Austrians, or if Serbia actually just invades Illyria by itself. Could be interesting, because you're definitely not joining the war. Like, do you have claims here? Hungary has claims, but Austria does not. But I think Bohemia is about to be killed. And then Illyria, luckily enough, is just going to be kind of in a faction by itself. And that works out for us. That is one small little country that is now no longer actually going to be within the Reichspakt. Also, apparently Ireland did go socialist. So thank you very much for helping us out here. Does make our lives, I think, a little bit easier because the British AI is not going to try to constantly invade that island. Which should help us out, I would imagine. Maybe I'm thinking of just deploying these troops when we can. Even though you're going to be a little bit green. No, I mean, there's no reason to right now. Unless we're actually at war. Once we want to join the Second Weltkrieg, we want to deploy all the troops that we possibly can. And 400. You know what? We might as well recruit a head of intelligence. We're not really losing anything at this point because we have so much political power. And you know what? We'll get war propaganda, even though I don't think it's really the time that you want to get it done. You're very much dead. Especially now that Yunnan cliques joined the war. You have absolutely no chance of survival whatsoever. You've got a very large Egypt. We'll kind of see how that plays into any roles here. Okay, we repealed racist reforms. After that, because you are still horrible. Yeah, and then we want to... Yeah, I think we just want to get the advisors and go for the French. Because I think France, that 20% division and the 3% recruited population, both of those are really nice. I mean, it's an effective change with plus 20%. So I think it's actually just adding plus 5% to this. Yeah, because it's the effective change. And you don't effectively change it. No, you effectively change it here, which is organization plus 5. You also get the 3% recruit population, but I still think the French one is slightly better for us. Especially, why would we want to go back to those stinky, stinky Brits? Okay, so the Washington, D.C. has fallen. If that actually, yeah, federal collapse, not a surprise. So you should be completely killed off. And you guys deploy into Blue Army. We're starting to kind of get an army together. We're about, what, halfway from covering every single province. So, I mean, that's not nothing. I will deploy you to the northernmost, a further north province. I don't think Yunnan Clique got anything out of the war, but that makes sense since they didn't really do too much. Yeah, and the Zili Clique are very much dominating Chinese politics. You also go to here. We'll get the other leader here to actually get some benefits. And I guess I will send you to... You cover like a lot of territory, actually. Go to Portugal. And maybe we can find something out here. You've also are at 100%, so you might as well just quiet your intel network. So do we know anything about you guys yet? Yeah, we know you have 11 to 26 divisions. So no matter what, you do outnumber us. And so Lucius joined the Close Prosperity Sphere. Siam joined the Close Prosperity Sphere. So the Japanese have just gone significantly more powerful. If you were to theoretically attack the Germans, wouldn't say no. Just a word of advice. From one friend to another. Invade Germany. Please and thank you. It would help me out substantially. Iran definitely has no chance against the Ottomans. And yeah, I don't think Austria has a way to actually invade Illyria. Unless it's in their focus tree somewhere. When they can crush Serbia, so that's something they can do. Claim Romanian lands. Reclaim Silesia. Which could actually get them at war with the Germans, so that's interesting. Renew Sicilian ties. Okay. But the SRI should take over all this territory pretty soon. The Pope, I don't think stands much of a chance. Honestly, I'm going to send you to here. I think that should be an okay place for you to be. Let's go 3 on you. Infinite right now at commander garrisons. I know they're bad, but they do fill up the gaps. So I think that's still pretty good for us. Okay, so you've lost Burgos. So the King of Spain, unfortunately, has made a major push into the north, so they should be able to win their war, which is most unfortunate for us. Because you're not really in anything. You got some French assistance, but that's really not going to save you here, unfortunately. Yeah, I don't think we want to get the infantry equipment, even though we did get the upgrade for it. Let's go for infantry equipment, or approved infantry equipment 2. Followed by 3rd Internationale advisors. And apparently we lost all of our generals. Did we purge all of them? Those officers who are deemed to be a threat will be removed. So we removed everybody, except for you two. You're at least an infantry officer, but neither of you are actually very good, which is unfortunate. But I mean, I guess we only needed 1. Because you are... I mean, division defense was 10%. It's not bad. It's not bad. It might take you a while to be, like, really good. Yeah, I mean, I feel like our invasion plan for a living fossil. A few days before Christmas, an amazing discovery was made in a river of the Eastern Cape by a museum curator, Marjorie Courtney Latimer. It was taken some time to be confirmed, but appears to be true. The echolith lives. This low-finned fish was thought to have gone extinct 6 million years ago, and its rediscovery has become an overnight sensation, being touted as the discovery of the century. The finding of the echolith is an amazing moment for a global scientific community. By political power, I mean, I guess I'll take it. I don't lose anything. And how's construction going right now? Still on 2, because we're trying to finish this, but it's going to be done in 17 days. So that's nice. Is there an extra level to that, though? Monthly population is going down by 20%. It's a negative 20% stability. So, yes, because that does not... You modify it, but there's going to be more levels beyond that, which is going to take a long time for us to actually finish everything. The Bolivian Commune has now joined the Internationale. Okay. I feel like that's, that's all right for us. And the Austrians, I'm still just glad they got weakened even a little bit. I mean, it would have been better, of course, if Bohemia, Galicia, and Illyria actually all invaded at the same time and killed the Austrians completely. That would have been the best case scenario. I think Maklik just joined up with the Qing. Yeah, so you're about to actually unify China very soon. Like, much faster than I was able to do it when we played as the Qing. However many months ago that was. Actually, is the Yunnan clique? No, I guess Yunnan clique is actually not in a faction quite yet. I guess the Japanese just haven't taken too much of an interest in those guys, at least not quite yet. So we want to go probably for cap plus 10%. We have a military doctrine that's going to be done in a few more days, which will be nice. And you're just air experience. You might just be Navy experience. None of those are really that good for us. Our agent was killed. Well, that's very rude. Okay. So maybe I'll send you to the French Republic? I mean, it doesn't really matter so much. I don't care about what our agents are really doing. It doesn't affect us a ton. Do you not clique's also going to wear in the Sichuan clique? You're really just picking on everybody, huh? And you're probably not going to get any territory out of this at all either. But you will be completely surrounded. Yeah, Sichuan clique has absolutely no chance of survival. Just not going to happen. And we actually can now go up to extensive conscription, which is probably the highest that I want it to be for now. Your war is finally ended, huh? It took you a while, I'll tell you that much. I did not think it would take that long. So, 3rd International advisors. Though our military has attempted to reform itself without external assistance, it appears that that's clearly not enough. The ICU has opted to invite military advisors from the 3rd International to help reform the South African military. This hasn't been the greatest by all. This hasn't been greeted by all. As many still hold extreme resentment towards the British and care not what uniform they wear or what ideologies they swear to. The French advisors, dubbed comrades, have been seen as a group to be a more tasteful option. Either way, the ICU has a long road ahead of it, with the South African Armed Forces completely requiring to be reformed from the ground up. So we're going to go with the French advisors. The French have expanded Belmont Barracks. What does that mean? Do I have to wait for them to do something for us? Take down Germany. Direction of the French economy. I'm not too sure, honestly. I thought I'd be able to get this done a little bit faster. Unless it's sending the French an event. The RPD is taking power in Bulgaria. It doesn't matter so much. I mean, the support equipment would be nice. The one military factory would also be really nice for us. Let's focus on industrial expansion for now. At least until the, You are not me. At least until the French Commune advisors show up. The French have expanded. Burma Barracks. What does that mean? The French arrive! Oh, fantastic. With the usual pomp and flair expected from the French, they arrive via the port of Durban through something we wasn't expecting. Tanks. These monstrous beasts drove through Durban, churning up the paved roads to the delight of the local crowd. One breaking down, allowing them to have a closer inspection of the tank. The French were quick to surround the tank, keep back the crowds as repairs were made. The tank was quickly fixed with the commanders allowing several children to ride on the back as they drove to the local barracks. As instantly won over the locals, who began to call the French camarades and shouted a few French words they knew. The French commander's quick thinking allowed the French to save some face, but it appears the higher-ups weren't so easily impressed. So we're not going to do that then. Does that not count as the French expedition commanded the barracks? Because I don't want to waste time, but at the same time, we want to get the French Commune advisors ASAP. French cargo planes. Oh, there we go. Yeah, do that, please. 14 days, we can get that done. Dissolve militiamen formations. Have completed focus. I mean, I don't know what you do, but I'll select you anyways. And we'll also get the town upgrade again. It's going to take another entire year. French trained NCOs. French South African Tactical Exchange. French cargo planes. I'm actually a little bit surprising. Transport planes usually aren't something that you'd see too often. I will send you guys to... I guess we'll send you to Algiers for now. Let's see what you guys can get done there. I know we're wasting time with our national focus, but I do want to wait until you are finished. We've got four more days. Expand our barracks. So I think this is more worthwhile than waiting for the barracks to be finished. National focus. Then we're going to go for the French Commune advisors. Did you give us a free tank? No, I was really hoping that you were going to just give us a free tank. That would have been really nice. But I'll take this, I guess, for now as well. I guess. The Australasian Guard. So that is the National Populist. Yeah, they are now in charge of Australia. And Italy has unified under the Socialists. So that is good for us. So it'll allow at least you guys to focus on one front. One problem with Italy, of course, is that they're bogged down with two Sicilies. They're bogged down with the Italian Republic, with the Austrians. This allows them to at least focus on a more centralized front line, which is going to be very useful for us. Switzerland shouldn't do anything, I believe. Berkshire Plan. Not complete alliance, not complete peace and reconciliation. Yeah, so they've just gone like the default neutrality route for the Swiss, which is not too surprising. It's kind of what you would expect. You know, counterintelligence, but I really don't know if I can afford any counterintelligence at the moment. Do we have any more information here? 8 to 31. So I'm assuming they haven't deleted any of their units. So they definitely have more than they used to. But we have more than we used to as well, so that's good. But I still think our plan makes sense, you know. Take this province, take this province. These areas be cut off. Quickly steamroll, take them over. Take the ports. And that should be good. Like, I think it makes sense, at least. I hope so. Don't know exactly what you're doing. You're getting cash crops. It would have been really nice if Middle Africa just exploded. And Italy joined the Third Internationale, which is not a major surprise. The Japanese still have no real interest in expanding southwards, unfortunately. But they should get that done soon. Do not go this way. Please go up towards the north. And we're almost having the entire front line actually covered, which is fantastic for us. We might still need some units in the south to kind of garrison some ports. So I want to be advised to duplicating this and shrinking you guys to be just like a 2-stack. Infantry template 1. And just like 4 of them. You know, nothing too crazy. Just get those guys deployed, we should be good. The rise of Vital. The police reports a strange phenomenon in Johannesburg Township and Sophia Town. Apparently an African-based vernacular is developing, blending Afrikaners with heavy English, the Swan, and Zulu influences. Apparently this flatel, or intermittently flatital, has been used for a longer stretch of time by the local underworld as a coded language, but is now finding its way to common use in the streets, as to become a symbol for rebelliousness against the state. This new slang language makes it troubling for the police to use informants and township outsiders are increasingly having trouble infiltrating local gangs or even the community as a whole. But I feel pretty actually, I feel way more confident now than I did before with our military operations. We still have Doctrine Defense minus 10%, or Division Defense minus 10%, which is not great. The Doctrine Research speed is also not fantastic. Battle commands. I mean, I'll take all of them. So I had the political power to do so. So I might as well. After that, language of instrument confirmed, which gives division speed. Yeah, no, I will take 1 free military factory. That would be really nice. I like free military stuff. We'll go up to 5 factories here. We don't need more artillery. We really just need guns. We're at least at the point where we can kind of train units at a decent rate at this point. And we can hold another 3 divisions roughly. But once we deploy more factories, though, we will be able to train up a handful more. Because once our factory done, it's going to be finished June 19th, which is pretty soon. CNT falling is not a great way to end this episode, but yet here we are. So thanks everybody for watching. My name is Anthem. If you've enjoyed, remember thumbs up. Not enjoy, call you thumb down. You want to see more, subscribe, and goodbye.